All right, my dear friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for Tuesday, the 21st of April 2020. We've got the moon in Aries. We've got the sun in Taurus, getting ready for that big new moon in Taurus coming up here shortly, right? So we've got the moon actually conjunct Mercury today, all right? And it's happening at 18 degrees of Aries. Let me show you here. There we go. Moon conjunct Mercury in Aries. Moon, emotional needs. Mercury, my intuition, my knowledge, my communication, my ability to trade goods and services with others. All right. And what we have here in Aries, this connection, is breaking free of social norms, okay? Creating a clear path, not running with everybody else. So something that comes to mind during this, like we see this, what we have, this quarantine beer chug competition thing that's happening, and you nominate somebody. I don't know if this is happening everywhere. This is certainly happening around my area in Metro Detroit, where someone says, okay, I'm going to slam this beer and now I nominate you. You're next. Some social media thing. And they say, okay, now I'm going to chug a beer. Yeah, now I nominate you. Right? So this connection can be detachment. All right. This is detaching from social normativities, from things that are happening within our society that we choose to not partake in. All right. So this is just one thing that came up to mind while looking at this connection and where it's at in the sign of Aries and saying, okay, how can we lay this out and make sense of it? Right. So either way, we're becoming detached from something. Right? Detached from a social norm, detached from a social media, perhaps, detached from something that's going on, that we're no longer saying that I'm promoting, I'm for this, I'm backing this, I promote and push this thing. Every tool has its purpose and use, but walking around with a duct tape and hammer all the time will be not as useful, right? Anyway, all right, so now we've got the sun here still squaring Saturn. Okay, we talked about this yesterday. And Saturn still squaring Uranus. Okay. And this again can create that sense of depression. Our egos being depleted, our breakthrough, our ahas being depleted or being pinched, right, by Saturn. Okay, this can be a bit of a difficult aspect. On some other positive aspects, we do have the sun creating the sextile to the North Node today. It's exact. Okay. We do have Neptune creating a septile, fate and destined energy to the North Node today. We do have Jupiter creating a triseptile to the North Node today. All right. We'd have Chiron creating a septile up here to Mars. Mars, action. We have to be thinking about our future, right? We are not shriveled up and dead. We're not. We're alive and thriving. Okay. So Mars is saying, take action, think about your future, think about what you're doing, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish, what we're trying to do. Some people have the day off, some people do not. Some people have more time available on their hands than others do. What do I want to do with my time? How am I staying structured and disciplined, although there is things that are creating a shortage, a lack of abundance in my life? How can I come out from underneath my hard rock and see the light of day, right? And that's certainly what the sun is saying. Sun's like, look, we got stuff to do. We're in Taurus. We got about thinking about making money. We got to think about our future, right? Connecting with Uranus here over the next several days. This is about our future. Mars, thinking about that future, taking action toward that future. Neptune, this is our dreams. What do you want to dream? This has been a practice that I've been doing for quite a while. Just literally think about your dreams, and you already have them. Think about what you already have. Think about making your dream, or whatever it may be, but truly, truly, how does it feel to have that? Even if you don't have it, even if it's not right here in your hands, what would it feel like, right? Oftentimes we can wait for the boss to greet us and to say, I'm going to offer you $1,000,000 in trade for your services because you're brilliant. Or we wait for the partner to approach us and say, hey, you're pretty, or you're handsome, I like you, and I want to make life with you, right? And then, oh, now that I have this thing, part of me is complete, right? Where it's backward. It's just like I should be complete, and then now I have the next parts of me. But as long as I am complete. So what would it be like? What if we had that $1,000,000 a day job? Would we be getting up every single day, making our bed, going through a routine? Would we be on time, even if we're sitting down here to write our own book or to do whatever it is that an individual does, right? So, do we have the motive? Are we motivated by external money? We can only see the money, to be motivated. Okay, this is worth getting up at 7 a.m., exercising before work, showering, eating, and now sitting down at my desk to write this book or to do my job, to edit, whatever it may be. But we can sometimes have this, and especially with this kind of astrology, we can have this, it doesn't matter, it's another day, where's tomorrow, I can push things back, or I don't have that dream job, I don't have the $1,000,000 being offered to me, so why should I waste my time? Or I don't have the relationship right now that I seemingly want to have, that dream relationship where I can be at peace and rest, where my lover checks in on me and asks how I'm doing throughout the day, whatever. It's like we have to feel whole in a sense first, especially with the Sun square Saturn, especially with Saturn squaring Uranus. This is going to happen persistently throughout 2021. Right? And we're going to constantly be tried, and your euphoria isn't enough. The aha, the breakthroughs, those good, joyous feelings where they seem muted and dulled. It's just like having the shades drawn all day long and the sun's not coming in to light up your, serotonin or whatever, release the melanin in your brain. Isn't that melanin? No. Not the right word at all. That's all right. You get it. So... So we thinking about already having that thing, think about already having that thing in life, that we're motivated to do whatever it is to come on next, that we don't need the boss saying, here's $1,000,000 for us to get up and get motivated to do what we love to do, not to have the external relationship or whatever it may be, before I feel good, before I feel happy, I must have this external thing. This is coming from within. This fire is our fire. It's our unique passion, our unique drive, our unique source of energy, right? So we are sun, fired up, starting to conjunct Uranus, which is that big breakthrough, the big aha. So if we're fired up and we're motivated, we're making things happen, we're pushing forward toward the future. Mars over there in Aquarius, connecting with Chiron, again, healing whatever part of self says that I'm not good enough, that I can't do this, that I have to be shown this external love or this external money before I can act accordingly. No. We're also conjunct the South Node, right? Or square the South Node. Chiron square the South Node. Mars septile Chiron. Right? We have to be action-oriented and thinking about our future, letting go of whatever things that we think that we are not good enough on an instinctual level, freeing ourselves from this karma, to move forward in abundance and transcendence. And this lack of abundance is our teacher right now, right? And our dreams are obtainable. We just have to be willing to get them. And now you see here, it's funny that we have the septile from the north, or Neptune to the north node. Then we have the sesqui square over here to Mars. We have the quincunx over here to Saturn. Okay, these play into part of the depression, part of the square, because again, it's something right here. I can't see it. It's there. It's in my blind spot. I can't figure out what it is. How do I get beyond this addiction? The addiction of chemicals, of mental chemicals, emotional chemicals or physical, whether it's drugs. How do I get over this hump? Here I have all the time in the world. Some of us have all the time right now. How do I free myself? All I have to do is not go after the sugary thing. All I have to do is not, drink that or smoke that or watch this. We can be addicted to many, many, many things, And it's how do I get over this part of myself? How do I get over this part of myself that thinks that I need this endless consumption, this endless orgasm of the mind, right? How do I get over this fact that I do not need that which I want, that which I know doesn't make me happier in the end? We're being faced with this. And we're all feeling it in different ways, right? And it's okay. We have to think about a greater future. That's what this energy is saying. We have to think about a greater future. We can't feel stuck, stubborn, and old and dead. We're not. We're not old and dead. You know, you can teach an old dog new tricks. All right? So what tricks do we need to learn to get through this hump, through this time of conflict, inner conflict, external conflict? All right? We'll figure it out one day at a time, my friends. I promise you that. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you a happy Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.